Now, I am a huge fan of the Toy Story franchise. I actually love all four movies. The original trilogy are my favorite, but I also really love Toy Story 4. While it doesn't hold the special place that the original trilogy does, that was also a great movie. And that's kind of where Toy Story 5 fits in for me. Toy Story 5 takes the franchise into a surprisingly relevant direction here with the toys versus technology. As a whole, this movie is an entertaining adventure that's filled with heart, humor, and a lot of emotion that has kind of defined the franchise to this point. What struck me the most about this movie is that it feels like it was made for me, millennial parents, and obviously it's a movie for kids too, but it really feels like the movie is catered to those of us who grew up with Andy, watching Andy's story. Because a lot of us who grew up watching these movies now have kids of our own who are around Bonnie's age and are dealing with the ever-changing world that we didn't have to deal with as kids, that's so heavily focused around technology and what making friends looks like using technology, things like that. So unlike the first three films where Andy really feels like kind of a distant character, important but distant, Bonnie is pretty front and center in this movie. The entire story is centered around making her happy. And the biggest struggle for her here is navigating childhood with technology and friends that use technology while she doesn't. And with that, the movie does a great job of delivering a great message for kids, but also a great one for us millennial parents as well. For kids, it's a lesson about balance between technology and imaginative play. But for us parents, it really felt like an honest look at what it's like raising a child in this day and age. Dealing with technology, dealing with what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, what's good for them, what's bad for them. As a parent, I can tell you it's very challenging to deal with, and I think this movie just captures it perfectly. I've seen some people online talking about how they wanted to yell at the parents, scream at the parents, tell them to stop, this is not what's good for their daughter, but I'll say, as a parent, this is an accurate representation of trying to navigate these things. So while the villain of the movie is this lily pad piece of technology, it's not really as simple as that. The movie doesn't depict it necessarily as being entirely bad. Instead, it really acknowledges both the benefits and the pitfalls of a world that is so centered around technology. So overall as a movie, I don't feel like anything will ever really capture the magic of the original trilogy of Toy Story. Toy Story 5 succeeds by telling a story that is relatable and genuinely meaningful for a new generation of kids as well as their parents who grew up with these toys in the first place. I give Toy Story 5 4.5 out of 5 stars.